The NCR is phenomenal.
All the leaves are brown, and the sky is gray. I've been for a walk on a winter's day. I'd be safe and warm if I was in LA. California dreaming on such a winter's day.
The new California Republic is one of my favorite factions in all of fiction. A democracy built upon the ideas of freedom and prosperity, starting from just a small town of Shady Sands and growing into a nation that supports up to at least 1 million people by 2781. A country vast in economic opportunities and personal freedoms, and a land sadly controlled by corruption and military expansion. Because by the time of the Second Battle of the Hoover Dam, the NCO is falling, its economy and ideas failing, its expansions faltering, and by 2296, its capital is destroyed, and the nation is splintering. But the freedom of democracy will not stop for long.
We got it from here.
What makes this faction unique is its history, its identity, and its goals in the wasteland. Some in this video will go over. The history of the NCO is mostly known by most Fallout fans, started by President Tandy in 2189 out of the town of Shady Sands, and quickly growing and claiming their lands. The city of Dayglow, the hub, the boneyard, quickly joining. The outer settlements of New Reno and Vault City slowly coming under influence. The incorporation of the Rangers, originally freedom fighters and anti-slavery lawmen, now part of the NCR military. And the latest expansion to the Mojave, which hasn't gone too well. The NCO was built on freedom and growth, but by the time of the Battle of the Hoover Dam, upon the leadership of President Kimball, it has evolved into a corrupt, flawed democracy with the only purpose of military expansion in every direction. The Republic is supposed to be a republic, a nation held to the ideas of liberty, the same Tandy wanted, the same the Rangers wanted, and that idea is what makes the NCO phenomenal. That idea of freedom in the wasteland, freedom from monsters from both humans and non-humans. Because what makes the NCR stand out is its contrast to its rivals, like Siege's Legion. The Legion is a vast opposition to the NCR, because if you were to compare the Republic to the other settlements across the wasteland, you would see many similarities and shared ideas. But when comparing to the Legion, nothing is the same. The Legion has total control, ruthless oppression, and dominating conquest of the East is the exact opposite of the NCR's lawful justice and influential expansion of the West. This makes the military of the NCR seem like a symbol of freedom. Citizens of the Waste see veteran Rangers and NCR soldiers as bringers of liberty and justice, freeing them from the dangers of the Waste.
You lost your legionary.
Please. Please.
Which can best be seen when Maximus walks through Vegas in the NCR Ranger power armor. Even though he isn't a member of the Republic, that armor, that flag, that title, it's an idea that gives people hope.
Never underestimate the power of brand recognition.
The design of the Republic's military is outstanding. The desert color fatigues of the troopers don't give a sense of oppression the same way as something like power armor would. They feel like patrolmen. People that can care for civilians of the states, that protect the lands. The basic Ranger armor reminiscent of gunslinger lawmen from old Western films. People that would serve justice against evil. And the veteran Ranger. They stand out from the simple and careful designs of the others, because they were meant to be stationed in the cities. They were meant to be on the battlefield, fighting for the rights that the troopers represent. But when the civilian sees one, they can still be awestruck by these loyal soldiers of freedom. as they watch the single soldiers defeat the strongest foes. The weapons of the NCR are perfectly fit for these soldiers of democracy. Mostly equipped with service rifles, a clear similarity to the M16s of the US soldiers during the Vietnam War. The Sequoias of the Rangers, a perfect big iron for would-be gunslingers of the West, now in the hands of justice-serving veterans. The anti-material rifles of the veterans, perfect one-shot machines that can even beat power armor. And Bear Force One, the vertibird president of the Republic, a repurposed Enclave helicopter now painted in green and tan, fitted with the symbol of the bear, showing that this nation is advanced enough to control the skies as well as the grounds. The propaganda of the NCR is something I rarely see others talk about. The posters in Fallout 2 claiming peace for today, which justifies the NCR's expansion across California, is a choice to settle and calm the region. The posters in New Vegas, classical ideas of militaristic propaganda, the idea that we, the NCR, will bring in freedom and democracy to our enemies, that we spread peace across the lawless race, especially against the authoritarian legion, which can best be seen by this poster. Encouraging the women of the army to stand strong against the oppressive patriarchy of the legion, showing that the women in this army stand as an affront against the legion's ideas, and that it makes us better for it. The government of the NCR is unique at the wasteland, an elected democracy which entails Congress and the presidency, the leading bodies of the republic, all filled with representatives and elected members from the many federal states within the nation. What makes this a notable jump from wasteland politics is its grand scale. See, the average wasteland settlement mostly only cared about making it to the next day, others forming around charismatic or powerful leaders because that was the best chance to survive from the dangers of the waste. But the NCR cares about the next 10 years of the nation, set plans that will continue for the next 50 years, developing technologies and equipment en masse for thousands to use, something that can't be done with just one guy in charge. Bureaucracy is needed to expand a vision from just one man to hundreds, and if the expanded control over thousands, civil liberties and freedoms need to be guaranteed to everyone, so that everyone can have a say in the public they live in. I stated the NCR fights for democracy, freedoms, and justice, which means the NCR guarantees freedoms of progress in its states. It allows equal rights to ghouls and subunits, even allowing them to serve in the army, something almost unheard of on the East Coast. It spreads water and power to homes across the cities, something most have killed for, now given as a staple of life. The NCR is progress. It brings the good that the old world America had, the idea of freedom, freedom to move, freedom to choose, and freedom to live. But it's that idea of progress that also hurts the NCR. As the Republic spreads out more and more, its resources get stretched, its control weakens, and its ideas falter at the seams. By the time of the two battles of the Hoover Dam, the Republic is close to collapse. Its troopers lack morale against the Legion's terror, its equipment broken, unrepaired, and even being stolen. The ideas of progress halted by the enemy, so destined to destroy this idea of freedom. And with the government arguing over each other, and a warmonger president set in the destruction of Caesar, the only thing keeping the NCR alive at this point is the people of the Republic. If the government fails to do what the Constitution states, citizens of the NCR will follow its ideas. Military leaders like Chief Hanlon and Colonel Shu, trying their best to keep the NCR alive in the long term, caring for the troops, as opposed to General Lee and Colonel Moore, leaders so set in victory they waste weapons and manpower on useless ideas and ignorant aggression. Soldiers like Captain Rodriguez and Ranger Biff that still fight the Republic's ideas.
Clean water, schools, rights for folks like you.
Even when they are separated from its government and abandoned with limited supplies. And even ex-soldiers like Boone and Manny Vargas, which, while not listed anymore, still support the democracy of the Republic and do their best to protect the citizens of the West. And lastly, the citizens of the Republic, people like Cass, while fully understanding the failures of its government, still support its ideas, and wish to see its freedom spread and its corruption cleaned. What makes the new California Republic phenomenal isn't just the flag, the colors of its troops, or its lines as the maps. It's what those represent. It's what the people of the Republic fight for. It's those ideas. Because the new California Republic is a light of hope in the wasteland of America. An empty waste filled with gangs, military dictatorships, and religious zealots. The NCR is the bulwark against those that try to take away that freedom, that try to control progress. It fights oppressors, brings justice with a big eye on its tip. The expansion of the Californian dream. The idea that anyone can come to the great state of California, gain wealth, fame, and even freedom. The Republic is the only hope the wasteland has for long-term survival in the hell that is America. The only hope that people can unite. And while many will try to break or burn away this idea, it will always dream on into the bright future of tomorrow. And that's pretty damn phenomenal.